Okay, so here we have the next factoring pattern that we learned. And this is when we have a trinomial with a leading coefficient of 1. Notice in my examples here, what's in front of the x squared is just 1, even though it's not written there. Well, we can use the grouping method that we already learned, but we can be more efficient if we do it mentally. And to do it mentally, remember these are going to factor into binomials. Well, x squared can only factor into x and x. And then our last term, we can say what factors of 8 add up to 6? Well, that's going to be positive 2 and positive 4. And then I wanted to show you what this looks like uh, with algebra tiles. We've talked about these before. But if you notice what's inside our product mat here, that is the x squared plus 6x's plus 8. So when I arrange those in a rectangle, just like we did here, then I can decide what times what equaled x squared. Well, x times x equaled x squared. X times 1 equaled x. X times 1 equals x. Or you can think of it as pulling out your GCFs. So what's the GCF of x squared and 2x? It's x. What's the GCF of 4x and 8? It's 4. So you're factoring out the GCF of each side. And that's how we get our same factors of x plus 2 and x plus 4. Same thing over here. This time, notice that my last term is negative. Well, again, if I'm doing this mentally, x squared can only factor into x and x. Negative 8, the factors of negative 8 that add up to negative 2 are going to be negative 4 and positive 2, because that would give us plus 2x when we multiply our outer terms, and negative 4x when I multiply my inner terms, and that's what gives me my negative 2x. And again, just to show you what it looks like with the algebra tiles, if I take that trinomial and fit it into a rectangle like this, we have our x squared and we have our negative 8 ones. Well, that means that to fill out this rectangle, I needed 4 negative x's and 2 positive x's. And again, if we factor out the GCF, that's how I get my factors of x minus 4 and x plus 2. Same thing with this one. I'm just giving you a variety of examples. X squared can only factor into x and x, but what factors of 8 add up to negative 6? Well, this time it's going to be negative 4 and negative 2, because negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. But when we do our outers and our inners, negative 2x and negative 4x combine to make negative 6x. And here's an example of that one. And finally, in this example, again, x squared factors into x and x. And what factors of negative 8 will add up to 2x? Well, this time it's going to be plus 4 and negative 2, because positive 4 times negative 2 makes negative 8. But when we do our outer and inner terms, negative 2x plus 4x gives us the positive 2x. And this is what it looks like with our algebra tiles.